Hello, 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 everybody. How is everyone doing? I'm just setting up a couple of things because my dinner was a bit delayed. Crap, I just closed the streaming window. That's not very helpful. Please let me do it. Yes. Okay. I'm frantically clicking all sorts of buttons, but this gives people some time to join the stream, so that's fine. It's working. Hello, here we are. It's been a little bit. Had a bit of a weird few weeks, but I'm sure we'll get into that. First things first, before we get started, even, I want to say thank you to everyone, because we recently reached 2,000 subscribers on the channel. So that's just absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys so much, because yeah, I mean, that's just an awesome milestone right there. So you can tell I jumped into this, like, I literally just finished dinner. My brain is not activated yet, which is promise. That's just a promise of a great stream right there. So yeah, thank you all so much for subscribing. I do plan to do something special for the occasion. I just don't really know what quite yet. I saw someone requested that I do a Key Park Zoo video going over everything that we've built in there so far. I think that could be a really fun idea. That's probably what it's going to be, but I'm just working out the details, because I know Key Park is my little passion project, so I want everything regarding Key Park to be kind of perfect. So I'm working on, like, the video assets and making that all look cool and stuff. So that is a thing that will happen probably soon, but anytime. So yeah, as for the stream today, we are going to be doing some stuff in the Beekse Bergen. I just have a couple of things left on my to-do list that I want to dive into with you all today, see how much we can get done, and hopefully after today the park will be pretty much finished. I know that was kind of the point of the last episode, but you know, there's always more stuff to do. And then after today, like for the rest of this year, I want to get working on the kind of backdrops of the zoo, which will be kind of the next episode, I guess. So that'll be kind of all of this stuff, these shores. Might not even put that much detail on, just throwing some more foliage on there. I don't know, it depends on what I feel like. But main things I want to still do for the next episode is the camel field. I just want to make that a slightly nicer backdrop for when you're out here. And other than that, the resort and the African wild dogs over here, because that is also something that you see from the walking route, from the visitor perspective. You do view into that enclosure, so I want to give that just a bit more detail. But yeah, and then the resort, some more detailed foliage, the tree houses that should be over here, and then the turnstiles, kind of entrance of the resort, so this bridge and the stuff out here. And that's pretty much it for the resort. Like, the rest will just be a backdrop anyway. Oh yeah, and I do want to make this a bit more detailed, because now it's just a box, and it's very clearly just a box. So that should have, like, at least the stall doors and stuff on there. But yeah, that will be it for the next episode. So just backdrop stuff, and then after that, so next year, I will finish the project by doing the new Elephant Valley, and that will be all. Whew. Exciting. It'll be really nice to finally put an end to this chapter. I've got a couple of cool stuff in the works. I've got so many ideas for other projects that I'll be able to fully dive into once we finish this off, so that's all just really exciting. But yeah, one thing I want to, before we get started, and after that I promise we do get started, one thing I did kind of want to address is the bullying stuff. I know we've had our fun But I noticed last stream that I wasn't really enjoying it that much anymore. So I would like to kindly request people to maybe tone it down a little. I am all for jokes at my expense, but I feel like it was starting to become a lot of name calling and that sort of stuff. And just repeatedly bringing up the same things over and over. And I don't know, I wasn't really enjoying it anymore. So that's just from me to you. Please be a bit more respectful, maybe. I don't know. I don't like having to ask this stuff, but yeah, I noticed that especially, it was fine for me when it was like a few people that I knew pretty well, but more and more people started to join in, and it just became this wall of stuff. So I don't know. That's just let's just try to tone it down, and we'll see how it develops again. But that's it. Alright, that's the non-fun thing out of the way. Now we can focus on cool stuff. So, what should we be working on? I think one thing I really want to do is the last thing of the episode. Kind of the episode ended kind of over here with me realizing, oh hey, we can also update this netting over here with the new pieces. So let's just kind of do that, I guess. Let's go ahead and open up some reference for that and see what we can do. So Congo square. So life, yeah, I just said, like, I had a crazy few weeks. Part of that was hitting the 2,000 subscriber mark. That was definitely very exciting. I also had some less exciting stuff happen to me. You heard it first. So this is gonna be the Just Going Wholesome stream. It'll take a lot of work, but we can make it through. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know this is very disappointing for you guys, but yeah, I think it's for the better. But yeah, so part of thing sad. Yeah, I didn't really stream last night because I was going kind of through a bunch of stuff. And that makes it sound way more serious than it is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about this too much, but I feel like I want to at least mention it. But it's like very personal, which is not something I care about, but it's personal to other people. And they might not, you know, it's weird. My girlfriend broke up with me. That's just, that's the thing. And it's fine. I'm fine. Really. It's just, it's a thing that happened. And I wanted to let people know, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm so sad, because it's not, it sucks, obviously. But we're both still friends. We just realized that it was better for us, or at least for her, that to not be in a relationship at the moment because of personal reasons that I shouldn't get into, because that's her deal and not mine. So, yeah. That's a thing. We're still, like, we had a date set, like, next month where we're gonna do a silversmithing workshop, and that's still happening. Like, we're still gonna do that, which, I don't know, it feels really weird. Everyone, no one gets it. I don't know if you guys get it, but everyone was like, oh yeah, some people were like, oh yeah, I kind of saw it coming. I'm like, no, no you didn't. Things were going great between us, and they still are. It's just more time for Planet Zoo, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Nothing was really changed, because we weren't really hanging out that much because of reasons that I won't get into. And that's why people were not surprised, because we didn't really have your standard relationship where you're constantly with each other and you're showing love. No, but we just loved each other, and when we hung out, we had the best time. But we were also apart a lot. And for me that worked, because I could focus on my hobbies, and she could focus on hers. And that was cool. But yeah, that's why I'm not really that like heartbroken or anything, because nothing's really gonna change. Like, we're still friends, we're still gonna be hanging out, it's just we're not dating anymore. And that's the only thing. It's a weird situation. Yes, I got that life experience all covered. See, I've done that. Now I can just be like, been there, done that. Time for more zoos. Speaking of which, I have been making plans. Ooh. I have planned out a holiday next year. So this year I did a bunch of zoo trips. I did 2 zoo trips to Germany and 1 zoo trip to Belgium, as well as a couple of smaller trips. Well, I mean, one of the Germany trips was also a smaller trip because it was only a weekend trip, just 2 days. No, it was 3 days, because I went to Zoo Park Overloon and then Germany. No, wait, it was 2 days. Yeah, I went to Zoo Park Overloon and then I went to Dortmund. It's confusing. It feels like it was a longer trip because of how much I did in the trip. Because on the second day of my trip, I went to 4 zoos. So it feels like, oh crap, that was like 2 days, right? Nope. I went to the Zoo of Dortmund, I went to the Zoo of Bochum, I went to Sea Life Oberhausen, and I went to like a city park of Oberhausen, all in 1 day. And it just feels like a massive zoo trip, but it was just like, yeah, it was all so close together that it was just doable to do that all in 1 day. That was a great day for me. I was exhausted at the end of it, but I felt so like, yeah, I did it. I went to 4 zoos in 1 day. I'm amazing. That's something to be proud of, right? It's definitely not a sign of a problem that I have. Nah. But yeah, I of course I want to do another trip like that next year. But I'm gonna do a much bigger one, because my longest trip, my Belgium trip, was basically 1 week, I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly. Because yeah, I went to Mont Sauvage, then to the Caves of Hun, 2 days at Paradise, and then I went to Maubeuge, Tournai, and it was all 1 day. So yeah, it was just 1 week, a full week of going to zoos, sure, but just 1 week. And next year, I'm gonna do 2 weeks of going to Berlin by car. If anything, that's impressive. Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna do 2 weeks by car, driving from the Netherlands to Berlin and back, and visiting all sorts of zoos on the way there. So I'm planning on going to the Zoo of Hanover. That's gonna be the first one. Then to Magdeburg, and this is where I'm gonna butcher all of the German. So if anyone German is watching this, I apologize. But yeah, Magdeburg. I want to go to Beekse Bergen, which is a place where they have, I think, vizcachas as well as woodchucks. So the American woodchuck. So I have seen Alpine marmot, but I have never seen the American woodchuck. I would love to see them, and I can do so in Beekse Bergen. So that one is on the list of stuff I want to visit. I wish I had more zoos around me and more time for zoo trips. Yeah, I mean, I'm adult life now. I can just take 2 weeks off of work and be like, I'm gonna visit zoos now, because I'm an adult. I can do what I want. So that's pretty great. But yeah, after Beekse Bergen, I want to go to Halle. Zoo Halle, which you might know because of Haribo. Haribo did a recreation of that zoo. I don't think he ever finished it, but it was an awesome looking thing, so I definitely want to see that just for that experience, you know. I think it's also just a beautiful zoo in general, so worth a visit. And then probably, if the stars align correctly, I will actually be able to meet Haribo there, which will be really, really cool. And then after Halle, I will go to Leipzig. And then from Leipzig, I will go to Berlin. And I'll stay in Berlin a couple of days, because if you didn't know, Berlin has multiple zoos, because of course it used to be like split up into 2, with the Berlin Wall and everything, all that history, fun stuff. So yeah, Berlin has a lot to see, and also I would just want to spend some time to see not just the zoos, but also maybe the city, you know, not that much of a degenerate that I will just completely ignore that side of being a tourist, perhaps. So yeah, I'll be in Berlin for a few days, and after Berlin, I will move to the north, to Rostock, which is near Pachacamac, which I will hopefully also meet there. And then from Rostock, I'll go to Schwerin, Hamburg, which I really want to see, because if you didn't know, Hamburg, the zoo of Hamburg is like the origin of a lot of zoo design techniques, basically. So that'll be super, super cool and interesting to experience and see that in person. And that's pretty much it. I think there was like a wildlife thing underneath the zoo of Hamburg that I wanted to go to, but that pretty much concludes the trip. So yeah, doable in about 2 weeks, with enough time to also have some kind of rest days in between. And oh, they changed zoo tier listed? Wait, what? I was on zoo tier listed today and it didn't look that different to me? What are you talking about? They changed zoo tier listed. It does not look good. What's wrong with it? Looks the same to me. Right? It's always looked like this, I think. What is different? Maybe if I search for an animal, like gorilla. I don't know why gorilla is the first that comes to mind. The animal counts are collapsed. Oh wait, what the fuck? Wait, let's look for an animal that's actually really common. What the f... This has happened in the last like 5 hours. Huh? Oh, but that's even worse. Wait, did you see that? If I go... Wait, if I search for gorilla again. And I... Oh, wait, does it have US now? No, wait. No, it doesn't. For this said US. Okay. But see, if we do this, and we open Belgium, and we go to Meerkat, then Belgium is still opened, but the rest isn't. That's so weird. You have to close it and open it again. That's so stupid. That's just poorly programmed. As a programmer myself, that pisses me off. You're not going to Leipzig soon? Yes, I am. I'm going to take even 2 days to see Leipzig, because that's what Haribo recommended to me. So yeah, super excited about all of that. I wish there was one for the US. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just one extra button click. But yeah, I will agree that I'm not a fan of this. It might look better on mobile. Maybe that's why they did it. Never mind. That doesn't work apparently. Okay, weird. Heyo, hello. But yeah, after that, by the way, because I have another exciting thing. I already tweeted it earlier today. That's a hell of a zoo trip you're planning to. Yes, super exciting. And then later in the year, so I tweeted this earlier today, so some people might already have heard. But this is something that has been kind of on my bucket list for 5 years, I want to say, roughly. Ever since I found out that this was a thing, I was like, I'm gonna do this at some point in my life, but currently I'm still too afraid to do this. And earlier this week I finally bit the bullet. So I have always wanted to do a Red Panda eco trip, which is organized by the Red Panda Network. It will take you kind of into the habitat of the red panda and allow you to see them in the wild, which is like a dream, right? So it's very scary because it's like going to a whole different part of the world, immersing yourself in a different culture. Part of the trip is also like staying at the homes of locals, So that's super exciting. But yeah, I mean, it's one of my dreams, so I gotta try. I gotta try it. So yeah, that's super scary and exciting, but exciting in the good sense. So definitely really looking forward to that, and that's gonna be at the end of next year. So I decided that today, and I'm still kind of figuring it out and seeing how that plan will evolve. But it also no longer brings you to the top of the page. Now you gotta scroll back up every time. Oh god. I'm currently in the progress of double checking all cichlids. So even one extra click. Yeah, I get that. But I think the Andean bear is coming because the monkey puzzle tree in game is climbable when no other animal in Taiga South America biome can use it. The monkey puzzle tree is climbable. Monkey puzzle tree. Monkey puzzle tree. Oh, I mean, that's no. That's no. You mean this thing? I mean, you can still stick it in any other climbable animal, their habitat, right? Like, that doesn't need to indicate anything, in my opinion. Oh, that's a weird looking tree at the top. That's just... I'm no expert modeler, but I mean, that's just sloppy, right? That looks odd. This looks a little odd, right? Not a fan of that, I'd say. So I'm running into a little issue here, which is the floor. And the floor is a bit... How do you say? Not 1 meter. So we could try to do something with this, which will just be a huge mess. So I think I'm actually going to give up, which I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do. Oh yeah, super exciting, by the way. When I loaded into the zoo today, okay, it's being super laggy. It just loaded. I didn't have to change my graphic settings because I accidentally forgot. And I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll have to fix it after. What? Okay, well, I'll fix it later. We have a blueprint. It'll be fine. Actually, let's do it right now. Yeah, I just loaded into the zoo. I accidentally forgot to put my graphics settings to low, because that's what I had been doing to be able to load into the zoo recently. But it just loaded. Oh. Here it is. Oh yeah, it does say pentagonal. I thought it did. Alright, we should be able to just place this. And it's not gonna be grouped up, which is a thing. So let's just delete everything that isn't the thing that we're building. Whatever, Wildlands just up and removed their Facebook and nobody mentioned it. What? That is definitely... It really sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Oh my god, there's so much to talk about. I can't even. Also the sun bear hangmat. Yeah, I mean, but that's just a thing Frontier does. Like, they add these items and they make them, like, generic. Just in case, but it doesn't need to mean anything. Because I'm pretty sure that the thing for the giant anteater is still not able to be used by anything else. Oh, the armadillo. And the kiwi. Really? Huh. Well, but I mean, when this thing was added, did that mean that, oh my god, that means we're getting an armadillo and a kiwi? No, it's just they added this and they kept it generic, and when they added the kiwi, it was just like, oh yeah, we can add it to this. We can make them use this thing. So it's like, it doesn't mean anything that we have the hangmat or stuff like that. It's just, if they decide to add an animal that the hangmat could be used by, then they'll add it. They're not gonna choose to add an animal because, oh, otherwise we have no other animals that use the hangmat. It's not gonna be on their like priority list or anything. But yeah. It's a hammock. Yeah. I mean, so I was just copying what chat... I was dealing with the information I was given, okay? But, yeah, what Freizers just said, I was at the Lion Foundation this weekend, because I was on a little family vacation, a family holiday trip. So, basically agony. No, it's a little excessive. It's very exhausting to be with certain members of my family at times. One in particular, which sadly I am with a lot because I live with him. I've mentioned it before on stream that I'm not a huge fan of my dad. But yeah, so we went to Alkmaar, which is kind of in the northern Holland. Well, Alkmaar isn't, but I was going to say in the north of the Netherlands, but I was like, no, let's just mention the province, which is North Holland. But since I was there, I figured, oh, might as well go to a bunch of zoos around there, because there were a few zoos on my list of zoos that I hadn't visited yet, that I really wanted to go to, and I don't think this thing shows my location, but I was just making sure. Because I have in the past opened Google Maps on stream, and it's just like, here's your location. I'm like, oh no, I just doxed myself. You are from Alkmaar. Well, I loved Alkmaar. It was a beautiful city, quite. We were in a bungalow home in De Rijp down here. But I figured, while I'm up here, and actually, now that I look at the map, I wasn't even that close, but I was like, so this is so far away from my house. I just wanted to go there, now that I was at least somewhat close by. So I went to Dierenpark Blankendaal, not to be confused with Plankendaal, and it was okay. It was like your franchise mode zoo, where it was all straight, and then suddenly there was like a bit more effort put into the savannah, which it just felt so much like a franchise zoo. It's just like all straight, and then, oh yeah, here's a windmill that I found in a workshop, and oh yeah, let's make a cool savannah enclosure, and then that was the park. And then was the inside open again at Hoenderdaal? You mean the tropical house? Yes, it was. I got to see it at least. So yeah, after that I went to Hoenderdaal, which is a slightly larger zoo with quite a few nice enclosures, nicer species, and also the Lion Foundation, which is a charity, like big cat rescue basically, where they had a lot of cool, a lot of big cats that were like traumatized and stuff. So it was really cool. They were really closed off, so you only had like a couple of peek holes into their enclosures to give them a lot of privacy, and yeah, you could really tell that they were taking good care of them. And the coolest thing in there that I really wanted to see was the hunting simulator. So they've got this like robotic thing that they can hang some meat from and like move around the room, and it will simulate hunting basically. So the lion or whichever big cat's in there, in my case it was a tiger, would have to run around and catch the meat. But sadly, for some reason, I was there at the time that it was supposed to take place, and nothing happened. So I was just kind of standing there. I waited for like, I want to say half an hour until I realized nothing was gonna happen anymore that day. So I went home, which really sucked. I really wanted to see. By the way, do you think Hundedaal could use Zoo Guide? I couldn't find much info, and it's difficult to visit for me, so I'm not sure. I don't think they had that much. I will say I did not. I was there in, I didn't want to say a hurry, but the weather was really bad. So I did not I did not pay very close attention to the aviaries. There are a couple of aviaries, definitely. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they could use a Zoo Guide. Alright, I want to... Oh, okay, this is good. Okay, I want to group all of these up. Let's just... Oh, wait. Okay, let's not group all of these up. I'm not sure how I want to do this. I want to replace the cable pieces with the pole pieces. But I'm not sure what's going to be the best way to go about that. I think the first thing I want to do is separate the cable pieces from the little wooden things. So that's what I'm doing now. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, overall, that was like the most Dutch way I've ever said that word. Overall, I would say that the Hundedaal is pretty nice. But definitely not... I don't know, I don't really feel inclined to return there anytime soon. Only to see the hunting simulator in action, but other than that, zoo-wise, it was still like not the most interesting, I guess. So, conclusion, I feel bad for people living in the north of the Netherlands. You really don't have the best zoos up there, and that's a real damn shame. But hey, I had a fun day. And then for the rest of the weekend, so like we were over here-ish, right? Like the Rijp. And or actually we were in Westgrafdijk. And it was really shitty weather all weekend. So we were like, oh, what do we want to do? Yeah, let's go to Alkmaar, let's do this, let's do that. And especially on Sunday, nobody like had real ideas of what they wanted to do. And I was like, hey, there's a butterfly garden like pretty close by. That could be fun. It's hot in there, dry, because it was cold and raining. So like it's the perfect activity, right? 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 It's like, why didn't nobody want to go to the butterfly garden with me? I don't know. I thought it was a good idea at least. But yeah, nobody wanted to come, so... Whatever, we went to the beach. And then I was like, hey, 15 minutes from the beach is an aquarium. Aquariums are dry, usually. Does anyone want to go to the aquarium? Oh, look here. On the website it says you can bring your dog to the aquarium. So that's not an excuse, because, you know, we had a bunch of dogs with us, which limits what you're really able to do. Sure. But yeah, still, only my mom wanted to come to the aquarium with me. I was like, why? This is the perfect activity. Come on, people, work with me here. Thank you, Tisk. Thank you very much. Anyway, I feel so bad to see a lion feeding at another zoo and finding out you didn't see the coolest thing at that zoo. Yeah. There was even a tiger. There was a tiger in that enclosure, and I'm pretty sure it was a Sumatran tiger. I don't know if they have Sumatran tigers, but it didn't look like an armor tiger to me. It was pretty slender, and like the stripes were different. But have you ever been to the Orchideeënhoeven? Yes, I have. the aquarium is open now? That's really cool. Oh, that means that I definitely want to return there soon. Because I was definitely excited when I heard about the fact that they were making something new. Because, yeah, I loved Orchidee. It was a really cool place. I went there on my first trip to Wildlands last year. That's almost a year ago already, because that was at the start of December. They only have armor and Bengal. Wait, I've seen a Bengal tiger? You're telling me? Or was it like, is it like a mixed? It's like a mixed, like a non-specific tiger then. Because it's probably not an actual Bengal tiger. Right. That would be pretty insane. But yeah, anyway, the aquarium was it was okay. This was just a small little aquarium. And they had probably one of the saddest seal enclosures I've seen. But yeah, I finished my Orchidee Zoo guys relatively recently. You can take those, take some pretty cool species. Even Europe's only white-eyed birds. White-eyed birds. Cool, cool. Well, you did see a Bengal tiger. Woo! Multiple times because all white tigers are mostly Bengals. Yeah, yeah, mixed. Most of them are like non-specific because they're so fucking bred to like. The genetics are all fucked up basically, so literally. Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah. So during the family weekend, my sister was telling us about her holiday plans for next year, which included a 2-month trip to Southeast Asia. And that's when, and I'm gonna make some leaps in logic here, but that kind of helped me make the decision that I want to go on my Red Panda trip. Because I jokingly said, ha ha ha, if you're on the island of Sumatra, you might see a Sumatran rhino. Wouldn't that be cool? Because, you know, rare animal. I mean, my sister doesn't care about animals the way I do, so of course it was just like, ha ha ha. But that got me wondering, like, oh, I wonder if you could actually see Sumatran rhino if you wanted to, you know? Because, I mean, there's like 90 of them left in the entire world. So you'd think that it wouldn't be easy to go see one. And then this morning on Twitter, I saw the fact that like a Sumatran rhino was born recently in one of the conservation areas. So that got the thought in my head again, like, oh, is that a thing? There's only 30? Damn. 30 wild ones, but it's like, isn't it like 90 total, or is it just 30? Am I mixing it up with the Javan ones? Anywho, I found an eco trip thing that's like discover all the endangered species of Southeast Asia. So it's like we're Indonesia. So the trip will basically just take you. It was also an inbred. I mean, kind of have to be at this point. But I was like, that would be such a cool trip to take, to go, because it was like going past a bunch of different islands of Indonesia, seeing all sorts of different animals like Komodo dragon, proboscis monkey, orangutans, etc., etc. But then I thought, I mean, if I were to do an eco trip, I gotta start with the Red Panda one. And that's when I made the decision to finally truly decide, yes, I am going to do this. I am going to Nepal. I'm gonna start looking up rhinoceros. I'm getting depressed. Yeah. That's the one thing that Dierenrijk did so freaking well. The rhino stall there is so good at making you depressed. Really, really, truly an amazing job they did there. Our pandas are very elusive though. Yes, it is not guaranteed that you'll see them. But I do every year, like, because I do it like twice. There's 2 periods in the year where they do these eco trips. And I think they do usually manage to spot one. So I'll leave that up to the professionals. Because the eco trips are organized by the Red Panda Network. So you know it's not like, you know, they mean well. All the money that is made through it goes to the conservation of the red pandas, and you're helping like the locals, of course, as well with the tourism. And yeah, they know what they're doing. So I fully have faith in them that if someone is gonna get me to see a red panda in the wild, it'd be them. So definitely one of the best representations of how many, or rather how few, rhinos there are left. Yes. Yes, I was also blown away by that. And I let the guy who made it know. The education manager of Libema, Klaas Jan. I interned with him for a while, and when I visited Dierenrijk, I was like, wow, that is a striking bit of education. He was like, thank you. So that was cool. And the towers, power towers. I was shocked when I saw that. Yeah, I mean, they're not the only zoo that have that. I was Osnabrück also has some towers going through it. Trip like that, but then for jaguars is on my bucket list. That also does sound really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, like, if this one is a success, I'll definitely be looking out for more trips like this. Like, probably not every year, because that would be way too expensive. But probably in 2 years, I'll do the Indonesia trip that I found, if it's still there. Because that one was, like, super cool as well, and the fact that it was like a private trip, so it was very expensive, obviously. But it was also, because of that, kind of not set in stone what the program was going to be, right? So they basically said it like, if you like diving, let us know, we'll stick around the coast more to do more diving. If you like bird watching, we'll do more like bird watching related stuff. So they really tailor the trip to your desires, basically. So that's super cool. Alright, something is blocking my ability to do this thing. Pangolins or gharials, that's also a really good one. Yeah. Just seeing gharials in general. I don't know which zoo I could go to see gharials. I mean, I've seen false gharials in a few places now. Wait, I have seen gharials. What am I talking about? I mean, I saw juvenile gharials. It doesn't quite feel the same. If Paradise can manage to keep them alive, I would love to go back and properly see proper gharials in a couple of years. But for now, it didn't quite feel like it was really cool to see the little tiny gharials, but I mean, I really want to see proper gharials still, right? You get it. I just want to go on an Africa safari. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that would maybe be my next one. I don't know. I feel... Yeah, that should probably be higher on the list than the Indonesia one. I don't know, the Indonesian one seems so cool, especially because of like seeing Sumatran rhino or something, like something that endangered, and who knows, you might really like shoot yourself. No, wait, that's not. Beat yourself up. That's that's the saying I was going for there. If you don't, like, say you want to do it next year and you don't, and then 10 years later you still haven't done it, and that species of rhino is extinct, and you're just like, oh my god, I was gonna see them and I never did. Like, I'm already upset enough that I got into the zoo hobby too late to see proboscis monkeys at Apahill. And that's not even, or the river dolphin at Dijsburg, which, oh, if I had just gotten into the zoo visiting business a year earlier, I definitely would have seen the river dolphins there. Which is so upsetting. I guess that would be another trip for me, to go to the Amazon and see river dolphins. Prague is one of the best places in Europe. Yeah. Yeah, that is also that's a bucket list zoo for me. We have bucket list trips and bucket list zoos. Do I have random rotation on? No, it kind of felt like it sometimes. If I look at how these things are like misaligned almost. I don't know. It feels odd. But yeah. I have bucket list zoo trips and I have bucket list wildlife trips. And I did see the proboscis monkey, luckily. That's so cool. Yeah. I mean, I will see them probably at some point, because, I mean, another bucket list zoo for me is Singapore, which does have them. But that'll probably be another few years as well before I manage to go there. I feel like next year is probably... No, well, okay, next year I'm going to go to my Germany trip and the Red Panda trip. But the year after that, 2025, is probably going to be the year where I go to the US and see San Diego Safari Park. And Zoo and Safari Park. Which is another, like, top of the bucket list for me. And then maybe the same year, but that depends on like timing and stuff. I would also do Prague. Prague, but also like I want to go like Stuttgart, Vienna, Prague, and maybe end in Poland. And depending on what I end up like. Which method of transportation I end up choosing for that will determine whether I will do something on the return as well. I wish I had the confidence to do the US, but however I do not have a death wish. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I know people from the US and they have lived there their whole lives. I'm sure I can go for a few weeks and be fine. Eben went to the US and he made it back, so... I feel like it is, like, sure the US is less safe than here, probably, but I think it's a little overblown how dangerous it is for... I think your average Joe isn't just gonna randomly end up in a gunfight or whatever. Maybe I'm saying something stupid, but so how are the people who didn't vote for this in one of the previous streams feeling? I actually think this is not the fastest way to do this. I think we can speed this up by doing the following. Only doing this once. There we go. I'll take you. Take. And then we get rid of all of the things. And then we're gonna just stretch them out, basically. Because there's a straight line, it's just a straight line, so it's not that hard to line it up, because it's already lined up. So all I have to do is connect it. And if you can, try Woodland Park in Seattle, they get Rapanas in 2026. Alright. I'm gonna go to Suriname next year, but Suriname isn't listed on Zoot yet for some reason. So I won't be able to post any photos. Wait, can't you just... Isn't there... Is there not a way? Post in the Netherlands? I don't know, isn't there like a general channel for it? I feel like that would be a thing. Alright, this is not making it easier. I should do the first and the last of each, because that will make this process go a bit faster, because right now we're definitely slower than we were before. Totally not taking a look at the notes that I made before the stream. I had so many amazing topics to talk about, and I have covered most of them. Oh, amazing topic! So I already mentioned that well, my girlfriend broke up with me. Let's not twist the facts here. She had the pants on at that point, but that means that I went to her place and picked up all my stuff, even though I'm still gonna be going there a lot. So I could have left a bunch of my stuff there, but I don't know, it felt weird. That means that I have my DS back, because I gave that to her, like, to borrow, like, 2 years ago. And so now I'm playing Link Between Worlds again, which is one of my favorite Zelda games. And I've forgotten how much I love it. It is so much fun playing that game again. And it is so weird to be playing on my DS again. First of all, that thing does not fit in my hands anymore. I don't know how long I've not played on it, but holy fuck. My hands are not having a good time. I also have my old DS and I only play Mario Kart with it. Yeah. I could try Mario Kart. I don't know, I think I prefer to play that on my Switch still. But yeah. The weirdest thing is that with the Switch and the PlayStation stuff, I've gotten so used to just putting the console in sleep mode. And then, you know, picking up where I left off the next time I want to play. But yeah, with the DS you can't really do that. You have to save and then turn off the console. I haven't had to do that in forever. It feels so weird. Skillshare, I have a DS XL. I have a 3DS XL. Yes, I have. Wait, let me show it, because it's a cool one. So first of all, we're going back to my Zelda nerd days. So this is my case, which I painted myself. It says Goron in Hylian, because I'm a nerd. It's the language from Zelda. Woo! And then I have the limited edition, or I don't know how limited edition it was, but I got the Majora's Mask DS, which was a whole story in and of itself on how I bought that thing. Because I when I bought it, I pre-ordered it, and I was super happy that I got the pre-order off because it was like sold out everywhere. And then when it came out, I got an email saying that they didn't have enough. So I was put on a waiting list. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So that sucked. But you just overshadowed the whole Beekse Bergen thing. Yeah, well, you know, I'm an artist. I make art all the time. When I go to the bathroom, I'm creating art. I don't know why that's the first thing that my mind went to. Oh well. No, I actually did a lot of art stuff throughout my years, my days. I used to go to expressive art class, like in my free time. It's just a little every Thursday evening, basically, just a 2-hour session of just make whatever the hell you want. Like there would be a teacher there, and they would have assignments prepared if you wanted, but if you wanted to do something else, it was just like knock yourself out. You got all the materials you need right here. And no, I was not asking for a sink joke. It was a poop joke. I don't poop in the sink. We're not gonna bring up the sink again, okay? We're done with that. Yeah, I know. I made a lot of clay statues, like big and small, paintings. Could someone explain to me what the appeal is of visiting many smaller zoos? I could imagine that visiting the market leaders is always interesting due to context. Yes, I will, Teeks. I'm stopping. So for me, the intrigue of visiting smaller zoos, because I mean, at this point, I'm just like, I want to visit all the zoos in the Netherlands. So that includes the smaller ones as well. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it started with just seeing what is out there for like Planet Zoo. To see, just to get inspiration, like what's out there. What is a realistic zoo that you can make in the game, basically. And the more small zoos I've visited, the more like, I've seen a lot of questionable stuff that I wouldn't always agree with. But I've also found some real hidden gems. And that was kind of the thing that I was hoping for. Like, I'm gonna visit all these smaller zoos. And yes, sometimes you will find a best zoo. And you'll be like, this is not the best zoo. By the way, Best Zoo, their new entrance is opening next month. December 21st, I think. And I don't have time to visit, but I'm curious, because this has been in progress for like years at this point. And I wonder if this means that they'll finally be getting giraffes, which they were planning for, to be part of the new entrance. Maybe other people have more information. I haven't really been following the news that much. But I'm curious about this. But yeah, sometimes you'll find a best zoo, which has like the shittiest leopard and jaguar enclosures I've ever seen. But sometimes you'll find something like Almere Jungle, which actually has some really charming exhibit design thrown about. And sometimes you'll find something like Artist Class, which is just a super charming little zoo run by volunteers. And you can really tell their passion, and it's just a really nice vibe. So yeah, I don't know, that's kind of what I like about it at this point. For me, it's also just a thing of like, for my YouTube videos and stuff, just documenting it all and seeing what's there. But that kind of covers the first interest of mine, which is kind of perpetuated into the YouTube series. I love how the owner of Artist Class is fully active on Laughs Kickers. Oh, that's so awesome. But is it the animals itself? Is it the theme and concept? Sometimes it's the animals. I know that like Fauna Park has a couple of rarities. Like you will find, sometimes you will find a few more rarities at smaller zoos because they're not bound by the limitations that the ESEA and stuff like that put on their members. But then again, those limitations are there for a reason. Like, it's not necessarily a good thing that these rare animals can be found in these smaller zoos. So for me, animals, like, I love seeing cool species and cool animals. Like, I will go to a zoo because they have a cool animal that I want to see. I mean, just earlier I mentioned I want to go to Beekse Bergen just to see the American woodchuck. But in general, my main appeal to visiting a zoo is definitely the zoo. And that's just because of my interest in Planet Zoo and making zoos and zoo design, that I like to see what's out there. And that's what I noticed I was lacking a little bit when I visited Blankendaal and Hoenderdaal a little bit. Like, the design of those zoos was not really doing much for me. So I was kind of walking around there being a little bit like, yeah, I think I've seen it all. I think it's time for me to go home. Like, Hoenderdaal definitely blew me away with the Lion Foundation, which was just over the top themed and had so much cool education in there. I was honestly blown away by that. I can't wait to incorporate that into some video at some point. Like, probably if we do a lion real life inspiration video, we're gonna spend a little bit extra time at the Lion Foundation there because it was so freaking cool. But yeah, I often like the creativity that smaller zoos have because of the financial limitation, especially in Zizo, for example. But to be fair, Zizo can be classified as a big zoo at this point. True, yeah, that's also a thing. Like, that's especially in Almere Jungle. I thought that was very charming there. They had a couple of really simple design tricks, and yeah, similarly with Artist Class also has that. Yeah, that low-budget charm. Fauna Park Flaké I also think is a very charming zoo, in part due to their smaller budget. Like, it's all very homemade and cozy feeling. So, yeah. But yeah. So yeah, very interesting topic right there. Thanks for bringing it up. Except for this Spider Monkey Island that is hot garbage, yes. I will say, I was also doubting what the new like Highland section was going to be like at Zizo, because it looked very manufactured, very, yeah, weird, unnatural with like step ups, but it's shaping up to be quite nice because they added a lot of natural rock in there as well now, and I think it's turning out to be a decent enclosure. I think Zizo will actually be quite nice in a few years. I exclusively avoid small roadside zoos. Ones I've seen is way too depressing. Yeah, I get it. Honestly, I do. Definitely when I'm going on like bigger zoo trips, I will not. I will mainly focus on the big hitters. That's what I'm doing on my Germany trip. Like, there's only one roadside-ish zoo that I intend on going to, but I'm still on the fence about it. And it's the Wildkatzenzentrum, which is slightly above Berlin. There's this roadside-ish zoo that specializes in felines. And they have a bunch of rare species, which... I said before, like, species isn't the main reason I want to visit zoos, but they have stuff like brown hyena and just stuff like that, which you really aren't going to see that often. So I'm very intrigued by that. But I also heard that they do stuff like encounters with cubs and things like that, which is just super something that I'm against. So I'm really not sure if I want to go there yet, but I don't know. We'll see. if I have the time, I'll probably end up going. But yeah. American roadside zoos are just, I don't have the words to say how horrible it is. Yeah, I've seen some real weird shit from American roadside zoos. I think Leaf once shared photos with me from a creationist zoo, which had like education about how God created the animals. That was certainly interesting, to say the least. But yeah. What is everyone's favorite zoo then? I mean, mine has to be the Beekse Bergen. Because otherwise, what the hell am I doing? Over here, spending 4 years of my life recreating it. That would be a bit odd. But I would also say Burgers Zoo in Arnhem is definitely high up there. I saw that Christian Zoo on Zoo Chat. Favorite zoo is Wildlands, also a good pick. Light up all day, every day. Also very nice. Although, I'm very curious to see what Light Up's going to be like in a few years when all their current plans are going to go through. Singapore, Hogel Zoo, and Woodland Park. Haven't visited, so I can't have any opinions yet. Trigby Hall Wildlife Gardens, or Africa Alive. I have heard you mention those before, yeah. Life has been in a hard decline, yeah. I really need to see how the future developments of that zoo play out. I still think it is a really good zoo. I still think it's got some very nice things. But have to see how it develops, because I don't know, man. I don't know, they're making some weird choices there. Hey, Elegant Duck! Welcome to the stream. Looks like you already got your Salt Rock icon over there. That's pretty neat. As an experience, I must say Animal Kingdom, more due to the concept of the park and the overall experience. Oh, I don't think that's controversial. That is a hugely budget zoo with some really amazing design in there. I would love to visit it someday. Every single one of Blighter's Close makes me think, wow, this would be good if they planned ahead. Maybe. I really hope that they just clean up a bunch of stuff in the future. Because, like, my favorite area of Blighter is a little bit in disarray. Like, it's the wetland area. And, man, they really gotta clean up that black knight. Is it a black knight heron? Black crowned heron? The quack. I think it's a black knight heron or something in English. They really gotta clean up that aviary because it's just a mess. It's no longer a walkthrough. Because other than that, the monkey island in the middle of the wetland section is one of the coolest things I've seen in any zoo. It is so cool with the way that the monkeys go underneath the water to get to it. It's so awesome. My favorite is probably the Malaysian forest. That is also a very nice area. Definitely. I saw them oh, they did construct a little aviary recently. Really? All right. I'll have to check it out again then. I will stand corrected. The aquarium is overrated? No, I wouldn't say so. It's very nice. I will say that I do prefer Burgers Aquarium, just because of the insanity of the deep ocean tank and just the corals. But Blighter also never ceases to amaze me. With the Oceanium. I need to drink some water. I haven't drank anything all stream. Hello, game. would like it if you did not freeze. Uh-oh. Why don't I have a flexi thing? Something's grouped up in here that shouldn't be. But where? Here. I found it. Bye-bye. Now it should be... Yes! Oh my god. That is amazing. Some parts of burgers just feel disconnected. No, I mean, it just has its own little areas. It's mainly burgers needs to clean up the older sections, which I think they are probably planning on doing. But I don't know. I feel like burgers in general is just very solid. I'm gonna go there again this weekend. Looking forward to that. But yeah, wow, Tamarinda is such a good concept within their enclosures for large animals as well as aviaries, terrariums, and aquariums. It makes for such a good picture of Asian fauna. If only it was thrice the size and didn't look nearly as disgusting. Yeah, I mean, but that's just because it's very old, right? Like, Tamarinda doesn't look like it, but it's like ancient. Isn't it like 50 years old or something? Maybe not 50, but definitely 40-ish. I think overall it holds up surprisingly well. Anyway, we did this thing, which I've been meaning to do for a long time, so that's cool. We can cross that off the list. Oh wait, it also says gorillas. Ah, I should have made 2 items for it. See, this is why you gotta split up your stuff as much as possible. Because if you don't, you'll get situations like this where you think you've done it. You think you're done. You can cross something off the list, which is a rewarding thing, right? We love crossing off things off. We love crossing things off our lists. That gives you the dopamine, but then you don't because you made your list not specific, or not specific enough. At least this one's slightly easier. Alright, we'll do it the exact same way as before. Do you plan on going to Poland? I do plan to go to Poland eventually. But I don't have any plans for it for the near future. I would love to go to Wrocław someday. And yeah, depending on like whatever the trip around that time would be. Maybe some other things as well. But I'd have to do some research on like which Polish zoos are worth visiting in the first place. They do have a rat plague at Blijdorp. Really? I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Any city zoo has problems with rats. When you're an artist, you see rats everywhere also. Burgers Bush is also quite old, but the rockwork still holds up. I mean, does it though? Burgers Bush gets salvaged by the fact that a lot of it is overgrown. I think a lot of the rockwork in Burgers Bush is pretty simple, like the spijtbeton, basically. I definitely, like, if you compare the rockwork in Burgers Bush to rockwork in newer areas, it definitely does not hold up as well, if you ask me. But it's fine because of the plants and stuff. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just, especially when you go through like the waterfall, that part is definitely like, yeesh. This could have been more detailed. If you're visiting Burgers Zoo next weekend, pay attention to the rocks at the entrance and exit. It's very well made. Okay, I will do. I shall. I actually visit all the zoos in Poland, and must see is the Wrocław Zoo. Yeah, that's why it was already on my list. Do you guys also visit theme parks, or is that not part of the hobby? I mean, the hobby, there's no right or wrong way to do it, right? It's just whatever interests you. For me, theme parks, I like them, but overall they don't interest me as much as zoos. I just really like zoos. I just really like animals. But I mean, I like going to theme parks. It's just not quite the same to me. Wow, that is... that right there, my friends, is dated as hell. That is from the days where this was still a... like, before we had the sandbox settings. Before we could turn off welfare and stuff. Is when I had all of these things in here to not stress out the animals. My god, those were the days. Alright, and there should be even more back here. Yeah, got all of this stuff as well. And the caiman in the bush died. Oh, really? That's a bit of a bummer. Huh. You visit Phantasialand. I've heard that's a very good theme park. I do not feel like doing this one, I'll be honest. Is it worth it? I'm starting to wonder that right now. Is this worth the effort I'm going through? I don't think it is. I mean, now I kind of have to. I kind of have to do these. Because we've gotten this far. But I don't think I'll do this one. Because it's just not worth the effort. I don't know. My time could be better spent elsewhere. I think in general, theme parks are just way too expensive for me. Like, no joke, I feel like most theme parks are like twice the price of a zoo ticket. When I was in Belgium, I really wanted to go to Bellewaerde, which is a theme park with also a bunch of animals in it. Mainly because I wanted to see the Amur leopard there for the real life inspiration video. But it just was not worth the price. It was like 40 euros, 30? I don't know. I was like gobstruck, or whatever the word for that is. I just could not justify spending that amount of money. Even like I found a ticket on sale for like 20-ish. But I was like, I just want to go in here, see the Amur leopard and leave. I don't even want to go in all the attractions. So, yeah, I did not end up doing that. The bush needs an overhaul in my opinion, but if it is in the style of the restaurant, I don't want it. Especially the smaller habitats in the bush are certainly not up to date. Bellewaerde's pretty shitty, both as a theme park and as a zoo. Yeah, I mean they recently made some like improvements to their tiger enclosure, lion enclosure, or something. But yeah, I believe you. That one was definitely in the I just want to see this once and never come back camp. But yeah, I couldn't justify it because I literally only had so much time that day as well. Like, I think that was after I visited... Ooh, I'd have to go back to like my planning of that week. Wait, I'm sure I can find it. I just have to go to my calendar. Go to May of this year. Let me check. So that was after I went to Paradise. Yeah, okay, I went to Lille. And in the afternoon I went to the Zonnegloed, the animal sanctuary. And I would have had a few hours to go to Bellewaerde as well on the way to Dunkirk. But yeah, I just couldn't justify the price. I was gonna send you a comparison of the Blighter Rockwork. We nobody posted versus Rockwork photo into the chat. I might have it. Even. Wait, let me see for you. Let's see, we got burgers. Let's get the most recent one, because that should have all the deets. No, it doesn't. That's just Baby Manatee. This one should have everything. So, elephants, desert, bush. I think this should be the entrance of the bush. This should be the entrance of the bush. Let's see that rock work. Yeah. I mean, that's decent. I mean, I don't have a close-up of it. I might have somewhere leaving the bush as well, but mountain habitat is fine, I guess, but look at Tamaninda. I will open the photo you sent. Where did you send it? Where is it sent? If you sent a link in the chat, I don't think that works. I think YouTube catches that. On Zoo Chat. Oh. Right. I hadn't considered that option. Alright, here it comes. Zoo Chat. Python exhibit. Yeah, okay. That is looking a little more rough than I remember. Even though I've been here very recently. Does it really still look that way? Has my mind just improved it subconsciously? This is beyond. This is not even Blighter. Oh god. Why is it frozen? I think this is not even... Wait, let's go to... I'm very focused on this. Where is my everything? This should have it in here somewhere. Tamarinda. The end. Oceania. Here it is. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look great, but it's a different style. Yeah, okay. Someone in that's dated, sure. It's a bit dated, but I mean, if you look at the Crocodile River, it's so good in there. Like the rockwork in here is phenomenal. If you ask me, it has so much detail. So, I don't know. There's ups and downs everywhere. For sure the Africanium, the Orientum is so overrated. It's so themed, and then the other one's just concrete. Yeah. Crocodile River is the best part of Blijdorp. Yeah, you could say that. I would say it's the best indoor part of Blijdorp. So, other plans for the weekend is I am going on, or at least I'm planning, I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to go, but on Sunday there will be a terrarium convention in near Utrecht, which I'm interested in going to. I wonder if there might be a cellar for vampire crabs there, because I've been looking for them. And they've been stupidly hard to find. My terrarium has been ready for crabs for months already, and I haven't been able to find any crabs to put in them. So I really hope that the convention might have a cellar for crabs somewhere, and I'll be able to take home some nice little boys, crustacean-y boys. That will make me very, very happy. The thing with rockwork in those environments is that the mass of the visual stimuli doesn't let you see the detail. Most large immersive experience details are not good. Yeah, I mean, for Tamaninda it's something you do get very close up to. So... Wait, is that why it's called the Krusty Krab? Because of crustaceans? Oh my god. Holy shit! Did I just uncover the truth of SpongeBob? Or is this like a well-known thing and I'm just stupid for only figuring it out now? That's also possible. Anywho. Boop. Add moss to roofs. Redo tiger barrier. Do a walk around of the zoo and clean up anything weird. Ooh! That'll be fun to do for the past like half hour-ish. Look, it'll be like the zoo tour I did with Leaf, except my computer isn't dying inside. Let's have a bit of a walk around the zoo and see if we spot anything that's worthy of our attention, like more poles to replace, which I don't feel like doing anymore, but I'll add it to the list. Entrance, fence thing, replace cables with poles. Safari restaurant, replace cables with poles. Alright, let's walk around the zoo and see if we can fix anything. So one of the things I don't want to fix is the fact that a couple of updates ago, it's already like a year ago at this point, but a bunch of updates ago, these trim pieces, they changed color. They became a lot more bleached, basically. And that really sucks, but I don't want to fucking change the color of every one of those planks in the zoo, because there's literally thousands of them. So we're dealing with it. This fence is slightly bleached now. This sign is slightly bleached now. It's just the way it is. Deal with it. Alright. This room... that's fine. Yeah. There could be more detail, but it's fine. I downloaded the Beekse Bergen file just to get a look at the layout of the Nile crocodile habitat for a side comparison. It took me 2 hours because of how much lag there was. Oh god. You could have just asked me for like a screenshot or picture. Like my now crocodile butted isn't even the most accurate because, yeah, Mediamark said it's a wonder my laptop is still alive because of all the zoom cuts. Nice, very nice. Anyway, this area is all well and good. Is that sea fighting I see? No, I think it's just weird shadows. Alright, so... pretty good. I have over 2,000 cutout animal photos saved. Nice. I mean, oh, this is really fun. So I've been making those stop motion videos, right? Look at my screenshots folder. It's just thousands of pictures now of just... Like, when you scroll through it, it's kind of like stop motion in and of itself. It's really fun, actually. But I just have thousands of pictures for the stop motion videos. It's so much fun. I really enjoy making them. I think it's a lot of fun to see the animal, see the signs come to life and stuff. Yeah, this is just an added bonus of being able to do this. Super funny. But yeah, I do need to clean that up, like, as soon as I'm done with them, because that's gonna be a problem. Anyway, I don't really see anything out of the ordinary around here. Oh, this is something worth updating, perhaps. Still have the old fence here, and we recently made a new fence at Congo. You found something to do. Here it is. So we should take something like this. Let's split that from the group and take it with us. Let's bring that here and let's quickly open up Safari Restaurant. Should have some photos of that somewhere. Maybe. Maybe. Here it is. Alright, so this one is slightly like this one's a bit more tightly woven, I would say. So we'll take the same thing, but big but I will make it less open. So we'll just put this over here, and then we'll take this side, yeah, whatever, it's fine. And we'll stuff it into the other one, and that'll make it better, right? Sure. And then we'll just bloop. Put that there. And also put one here. And one here. Let's get rid of the old one. There we go. Now we might need to make that well, let's see, there's probably like, oh, there's a wooden fence behind it? That's odd. I did not expect that, I'll be honest. I did not expect that to be a wooden fence. What animal will be in the next inspiration video? And could the next one be Pygmy Hippo? Ooh, Pygmy Hippo will be fun. I could see if I can do that one. The video for tomorrow is already done. It will be tape here. But I could see if I can start working on a Pygmy Hippo one. I wonder how many zoos that will contain. From the top of my head, it won't be that many, but because yeah, I've been trying to do a nice mix between big and small zoos or animals. So actually, I might have already written down Pygmy Hippo. That would save me the check. Pygmy. I did not. All right, let's check. Pygmy. Western Pygmy Hippopotamus. Alright, let's see. So we have Paradisa. Yes, okay, I remember that. I was like, wait, did they? I would also be fun to wait. No, wait, that's a long wait on my Germany chip. So we have Paradisa, Duisburg. So that's 2. Krefeld. That's true, right? Did Lidl have them? No. So 6 zoos. Yeah, that'll be a fun little small video. That's great. Yeah, I'll probably do that. That'll be a lot of fun. Old stickers on the window of the... Yeah, I know, but I like them. They're cool. I know that they're gone now, but I just like the way that they look. Because otherwise I'll just have to make a boring window. Let's steal a fence somewhere. Let's steal this fence. Oh, that's just the entire smoking area. Oh, come here. Alright, so let's just stick these behind here and call it a day. I don't mean call it a day as in end the stream. We're still going to continue doing a couple of stuff. We can continue walking around the zoo to see if we spot anything we might want to update. Huh. That's interesting. To say the least. Let's update that a little bit. There we go. Scientists got tired of observing the Earth spinning, so after 24 hours they called it a day. Nice. Did you already do an update on Afrikadorp? I know that they're building a lot of stuff around there at the moment, but I haven't... I've seen the start of it. Like, I saw them starting to build stuff around there, or at least remove stuff I've mainly seen. I have not seen what the current state of it is. I need to visit again soon. I assume that's coming with the elephant area. The elephant area. Yes, exactly. Alright, let's keep going around the zoo a bit. So these areas are all fine. And here we've updated all of the netting. We did that last time. Yeah, the Caligala is missing a couple of things. There's like a new mural here, but I don't think I'll be able to do that properly. I won't be able to do it justice, so it might be better just not to do anything at all. But other than that, this area's fine. Oh, maybe we should end the stream soon. I'm getting tired. Let's see. So yeah, this is all fine. Then this is all fine as well. Yeah, we just did all of this stuff, so that's all good. Then we get to the Elephant Valley, which, yeah, this will all be updated as we get to building that. Leaving, gotta watch Feyenoord. Oh, good luck to them, I guess. But yeah, this is all gonna change. All gonna change. This is actually gonna go completely. I mean, that is already gone. So I know that they're doing construction around here now. So all of this foliage is gone. All of these trees, kinda. And they opened up this area a lot. I feel like they're building another terrace. At least that's what it looked like to me. I guess just to make even more space now that like a big chunk of the Africa village is gone. And I'm guessing they're gonna connect up the stall again. At least I hope so. That you'll be able to visit this again at some point. Because that was cool. But other than that, I'm not sure what has changed in this area yet. I'll have to check it out again soon. But now there's a light festival at the Beekse Bergen. So the entire zoo is covered with like lamps and structures, and I'm sure it'll look very cool, and I will visit the festival, but I just want to enjoy the zoo as is, you know. Wait, I should actually just cross this. Look around here. Ooh, my bad. See if there's anything we want to do around here. So one thing I might want to do is add grass on grass and stuff to these exhibits, but at the same time, so much effort. These areas are fine as they are, really. So this is interesting. In real life, the zebu is kind of moved away from here, and I don't know what they're doing with that either. Because the sign is also gone. And the zebu are currently standing in this stable, like over here. So I really don't know what's going on there and why they've been moved, but so another thing on my to-do list is to redo these things with like the metal poles and things. Might do that and end the stream actually. I don't think there's much else. Did I show this in the video? I updated the inside of this. I feel like I forgot to include that in the video. Huh. Didn't they announce it yet? Not that I know of. But I might have missed something. Oh, I am very happy with the fact that we got these areas fixed up. It's very nice. One thing that I can actually do over here, we can remove these arrow signs because they were for COVID, which we all know doesn't exist anymore. So that was a joke. It still exists. Be safe and stuff. Oh hey, and we got some null path. Oh hey, that's yeah, let's actually tackle that, because this is kind of a yikes, I would say, pathing wise. This looks pretty yikes to me. There you go. Let's go ahead and turn it into a proper null path now that we have those. That's 2 meters over here, I guess. Hello. I feel like these rocks were strategically placed around the curb markers, and now I need to fix them so that they're actually accurate. But we're not doing that right now, because that sounds like a lot of effort. What do you think would be a cool animal for the Beekse Bergen and where in the zoo would you place it? I would like Bongo somewhere around the Okapi. I think that'd be neat. I would like the addicts back. I don't know why the addicts have gone. I hope they are alive. I would like them back. Just put them back in the desert, please. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. There's so many cool species in Africa. But whenever, like, there's so many species that I, like, when you ask me, like, oh, which species should the Beekse Bergen have? I'm like, just all of them. I don't know. Oh, this is something interesting. I wonder if the new netting pieces could be interesting here. How old am I? I am 25. Oh, God. Is there any netting that would improve this in any way? I feel like this one could work. Oh yeah, that looks way better than what we currently have. Why did I group these up? why do I make things so difficult for myself? Ugh. I'm 20 and I'm already going, oh God. Yeah. I think it's just a constant thing for the rest of your life. It's just like, oh, please. Especially once you start actually seeing the effects of age. That's when you're like, no! Please, I want to be able to go to 20 zoos in a week. Don't take this away from me, age. That's an exaggeration. I've never gone to 20 zoos in 1 week. Doesn't mean I haven't tried. let's kind of double up on these pieces to make sure that they're extra striking. Make sure that you notice them, because this looks super dope. I will say, from a distance, they are less noticeable than what we had before. What day are you going to pursue, by the way? I'm also planning on probably Saturday for me. Because Sunday is the terrarium convention thing that I want to also go to. Find me some crabs. There we go. Thank you, new knitting pieces. Looking great. Isn't it frustrating for you to build this? Before you're done, they already built something new. Yeah, it is. That's why I'm finishing it. After the Elephant Valley, we're done. At least for a few years. Maybe I'll someday come back to it and update stuff, but after this we're done for the time being. Trying to think of more fun questions. Oh no. So much easier to answer questions. Right? Sucks. No, but yeah. I will be wrapping up this project, especially also because of the performance problems I've been having. It's just become a real headache to work on this, and it's time to move on to something new. And I still want to do some stuff with this zoo. Like, I still want to build my own habitats inside of the zoo to like conceptualize new areas and stuff. Like, one thing I want to do is I want to make a hippo habitat over here adjacent to the water. So tigers will go somewhere else. Maybe even just get rid of the tigers, I don't know. And then we'll just have a hippo habitat here. It's a giant hippo habitat. I think that'll be super cool. But yeah, that will be like a bunch of stuff outside of the project. Because I still don't know what I'm going to call that. It'll be like Beekse Bergen reimagined or something. But time will tell. Anyway, while I was doing something else the other day, I feel like I noticed... Yeah, this. That shouldn't be there. That was in Leaf's zoo tour, which, if you haven't seen it, Leaf and I recorded a full tour of the zoo a while ago. And that's up on his channel now. Yeah, I guess I'll cut that out or something. That'll fuck up the chat, but whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. We'll see. We'll see. I'll watch it back and see how bad the damage is. But yeah, I was gonna go into Street View. Idiot. pretty sure. Yeah, okay, this guy took an annoying route. It doesn't show me the signs very well. But Lobster Kickers would eat that right up. I think I'm a member. I think I'm a member of Lobster Kickers. I haven't really checked it in a while. Why not recreate Burgersoe? I think I'm done with recreations for a little while. Just because, I mean, I've been doing this one for so long now. Alright, I don't have good pictures of this. I think I have made a picture of this recently. Somebody already recreated, someone has been recreating it. I'm not sure how far they got or whether it's finished. I know someone was definitely working on it. Building the underground tunnels would be actual hell? I don't know. It's just, it's a very different kind of project. Beekse Bergen is relatively simple because there's not that many like intricate buildings and stuff. But something like Blijdorp, I mean, there's so much architecture. With Burgers, the bush would be very hard to get the roofing right. Same for the mangrove. So, I don't know if that will be doable even. Where is this? Does it show? No. Like, you can clearly see this, which makes me think that it's over here. Also with the trees. And the sunlight. Yeah, I think it's over there. I don't think there's an education sign here. Game froze. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this one needs to be over here. So let's do that. And I think that's everything I still really wanted to touch up. And I think it's time for me to end this stream. So we are going to do just that. So I will see you all in the next stream. And Burgersoe also tried to recreate their own zoo. Yes, the designer had a couple of videos on the YouTube channel. Hey Gaming Giraffe, sorry we are indeed finishing up the stream already. My bad. But yeah, it's time for me to go to walk the dog and enjoy the rest of my evening a bit. So I will see you all next time. I don't think there'll be much more stream stuff to do in the Beekse Bergen. So next stream will probably be a Key Park stream. And we'll see whenever... Oops, my bad. Whenever we get to do that, whenever I feel like it, basically. So, yeah, I'll see you all another time. I want to thank you all for watching. Shout out to my channel members, Elegant Duck, Leaf, and Singular. Yeah, that one's not going away anytime soon, I think. That's up to bold. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!